Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome back to my channel. I am Lotus, and here on my channel, we heal, integrate, and evolve together. So today's spiritual workshop, we are going to be focusing over our sacral chakra. But before we begin anything, I just first want to say thank you so very much for everybody who likes, comments, and is subscribed to this channel right now. We have reached 555 subscribers. I'm so excited. Thank you guys so very much for everybody who is subscribed, everybody, like I said, who likes and comments on everything. I am really, really excited, especially because 5 is all about change and rapid movement forward, and that is exactly what is like literally happening in my life now. So I'm really excited that my YouTube channel is literally reflecting me, and it's so beautiful because I really am in alignment. I know that some people think that my videos don't come out fast enough or whatever. I got a lot going on in my life. I'm running an entire business by myself, and I am also writing another book. I am also in school. Like, I have a lot going on in my life. That I've been trying to find balance with all of it. So thank you guys so very much for being patient with me. And remember, everything happens in divine timing. So we're going to go ahead. I have so much written down today. Today's spiritual workshop, you are going to need a water bottle because we are going to be doing some physical movement today. We're going to be using our upper arms to kind of like move out energy and really do, I'm probably going to have to move this back. Okay, so we're going to be doing some physical movement today with our arms and stuff like that because it's going to help us move out some energy today. All right, we're also going to be doing some actual physical writing as well. So you are going to need a piece of paper. If you have been following me along, I recommended with my last spiritual workshop to go ahead and get a journal for these in particular. But if you are new to my channel and don't know that yet, oops, 222 on the phone. So moving forward, I would highly recommend going and purchasing a journal of some sort because we are going to be doing actual writing in our journal. All right. So let's make sure that that's everything before we go ahead and dive in. Yeah. Today we're going to today I'm trying to make every spiritual workshop unique and different so that it will help us really understand each chakra in particular. Now, I have been creating a virtual school that is going to be up in the next few weeks, which I'm super excited about. And that school, I mean, it's an entire school that I've been creating. That's why it's been taking so long. So if you want to go to school and become an Ascending Master, the school is about to be the doors, the gates for it is about to be open, which I'm really excited about because that is something else that I have also been working in the shadows with that will be coming to light very, very soon. So if you want to learn more about each chakra, then I would highly recommend going to my School of Ascension. That's where I was getting with that. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and we're actually going to start diving right in. Okay. So let's get started. In chakra's evolution, it is only after we mature from the physical and emotional needs of survival and self-preservation of the root chakra can the Christ consciousness then flow to the sacral chakra to activate it. The root chakra is an unconscious state of your existence, whereas the sacral chakra is where you become an actual explorer of your world. Meaning, your root chakra, typically we are linked to the material world, right? So most of us are only focused on the 3D world and what's going on outside of us. Once our sacral chakra becomes activated, we are linked to our emotional body. Now, once you become linked to your emotional body, in my opinion, this is what allows us to have that human experience. Because in order to make you really be human, you have these feelings and we have these emotions, right? But most of us were walking around being zombies and not actually functioning as actual human beings, and it's because we're not linked to our emotional body. So we're not opened up to experiencing all that we actually can. So often, when we are hurt or wounded in some sort of emotional way, what happens is a lot of people tend to completely shut down. We tend to either try to numb out our emotions by using some sort of drug abuse or some sort of alcohol or substance of some sort. That's what some people turn to. Some people turn to gambling addictions, or whatever it is that you do. Maybe, perhaps, maybe this is your story, maybe it's not. But all I'm saying is, for the sacral chakra, a lot of people, we disconnect ourselves from our emotional body because of some sort of pain, trauma, wound that has happened to us, that we aren't wanting to feel that way anymore. And because we don't want to feel that way anymore, we completely shut ourselves off. But all it's doing is it's disconnecting us from the reality around us. Okay? Not only is it disconnecting us from our truth and who we are, but we're denying a huge part of our entire reality and existence as well. Because, yeah, those feelings and those things that happen to us, they suck and they hurt, okay? I'm not saying that they're not going to hurt. There's a reason why we chose to numb those pain, numb those feelings and emotions out. And there's a reason why we have chose to run away from them or shut them down or suppress them, okay? I'm not saying that there isn't a reason why you shouldn't feel validated for, your feelings are validated, and what happened to you in your experience. I want you to understand that things happen to us for reasons that we may not understand at that moment. But as we begin to heal and grow past it, we understand that maybe we needed that to happen. And I know that sounds really crappy, but those crappy feelings that we had to experience in that moment, we have to experience the bad in order for us to truly appreciate the good. You can't, how are you ever going to expect to appreciate and value something in front of you if you don't truly understand the value of it? You have to have these really bad emotions so that we can learn to appreciate and really hold on to the good memories, and understand that life is a roller coaster and it's full of ups and downs. One day we're going to be up and one day we're going to be down, and that's okay. It's about enjoying the journey along the entire ride. Okay? So just know that if you are one of those people who have shut your emotions off because you don't want to deal with them, then today's workshop is most likely going to trigger you, because later on in this workshop, we're going to get to that, to those uncomfortable emotions, and we are going to be facing them and sitting with them, because it's very important for us to understand our emotions too. A lot of us have shut our emotional body off and disconnected ourselves from our emotions, so we don't even actually understand what they really are or where to even start. And a lot of us wind up having bipolar and stuff eventually, and it is because what happens is, when you suppress your emotions and things inside of you for so long, eventually you have no control over when it comes up, why it's coming up, or what it is, or what it just eventually, whenever it wants to just interrupt your life, it's going to. And a lot of us don't understand how to control it or what to do with it in that moment when they do finally just come out, and just maybe we get angry and all of a sudden anger bursts out of us, or we just start crying for no absolute reason, and we're like, what the hell's wrong with me? Okay, especially when you first begin to connect yourself again to your emotional body, it could be very, very overwhelming for a lot of people. That's why it's very important to ease your way into connecting with yourself and understanding your actual emotions. And this is why meditation is so important, because it helps you sit with your emotions and actually begin to label them. Okay? When we label our emotions, and actually are like, okay, this is what sadness feels like. This is what loneliness feels like. This is anxiety. This is fear. You have to sit and label your emotions so that you can actually understand what they are. So now that you've labeled your emotions and you understand, oh wow, this is what this is and that is, not only does it help you understand what you're going through in that moment, but it also helps you understand the people around you too, or maybe the environment. Now, when you're in an environment that, or maybe when you're around somebody who is full of fear, you can recognize that in another now. This is what our emotional body helps us do, helps us identify what's going on inside of us so we can then identify what's going on around us as well. All right. So, the sacral chakra, inside each of us, we have a masculine and feminine energy. That's what makes us whole. All right. You are whole already. Just because you may not be completely connected and linked to your emotional body doesn't mean that you are any less whole. All right, you are whole already. Right now, we're just learning to understand more of ourselves. It's like the lotus flower, and I'm pulling back the petals for all of us so that we can learn to understand layer by layer and go deeper and deeper into ourselves. It's quite beautiful, actually. But it is also a very vulnerable, raw state. So it also is very triggering to a lot of us as well. And so I just want you guys to know that you are safe here with me. And if you have to come back and rewatch these videos and work through your triggers, I 100% encourage you to do so, okay? If anything, I am so proud of you if you take that time to do that, because that's amazing. Knowing that, well, for one, you became aware that you were even being triggered. So that is already awesome. And then for two, for you to want to work through it and lean into that trigger, that right there shows your progress. And I'm very proud of you for getting that moment. And you should take a moment now and be proud of yourself for getting there as well. Because there's so many people in the world that are wounded and that are afraid of our emotions. So they don't even get past. We have 7 primary chakras located inside of our physical body. And most people in this world, we don't even get past activating our sacral chakra because these are where our emotions are. So most of us can't even experience what the rest of us, really what the rest of us is all about. And it's because we don't give ourselves a chance to. We limit our own experience before we can even experience life. And then we go around moping and we're like, why is life the way that it is? But that's okay, because here on my channel, I'm going to help us together. We are going to do this together, and we are going to help each other work through our triggers and slowly integrate and move through all of this. So inside of each of us, like I said, we have my leg was falling asleep. Okay. We have a masculine and feminine energy inside of us. Our root chakra is considered to be masculine energy. And your sacral chakra is considered to be feminine energy. All right. So when your root chakra and your sacral chakra are balanced, that also means that the feminine and masculine energy within you is also balanced. All right. So the sacral chakra is considered to be feminine energy because the sacral chakra is the energy center considered to be a sacred temple, because this is where the womb of where life is created from. The woman's body creates life in her wombs and gives birth to her creation. This is why the sacral chakra is considered to be feminine energy, because in your sacral chakra, you are giving birth to your ideas. Now, I am a physical manifestation of a feminine, okay? It's obvious. But just in case it's not, I'm a feminine, okay? Okay, and there is a masculine who is an actual man, okay? I'm pretty sure we all know what a man is, all right? But just because they are physical man doesn't mean that they don't have a sacral chakra and that they don't give birth to their ideas. And it doesn't mean that they don't have feminine energy within them, okay? I want to make that very clear to everybody. We have feminine and masculine energies in both of us. And just because I'm a physical female, that means that when I give birth to my creations and my ideas, I do it differently than how a physical male gives birth through their sacral chakra to their creation and their ideas. Okay, we both give birth to creations and ideas through our sacral chakra. We just do it in a different way. Okay, does that make sense to everybody? I hope that does. All right, so I hope everyone understands that it doesn't matter if you are a physical female or a physical male, that we both still give birth to our creations, to our ideas, to our thoughts, to whatever it is. We both still give birth regardless through our sacral chakra. This is how it is made possible. This is how we manifest in our physical reality, into the 3D reality, okay? We give birth to our ideas through the sacral chakra. All right? That's why it's very important for you to respect your energy and understand how sacred your sacral chakra truly is. All right? Because the more that you respect yourself, the more selective you will actually realize you are going to become with the people that you surround yourself around. Because some people are there as like energy vampires, or they're there to like, use you or leech off your energy, because some people see where you are going before you even see where you're going. They see your light sometimes before you have even uncovered the deeper part of you and uncovered more of your light. That's why it's just, you got to connect back to your emotional body so that you can also be connected to your intuition, because those feelings, those gut feelings and stuff that we get, that is our intuition. Okay, those are also our body communicating with us and letting us know, hey, something ain't right here. I'm not liking it. There's this person maybe I don't like, or the situation here is not right. Like, our body communicates and our emotions communicate with us. There's so many things around us that communicate with us that we don't even realize because we're just disconnected from it. But that's okay, because now we are coming in to connecting back with each other and back with ourselves. And it's quite a beautiful process, to be honest. It's a very long process. This isn't something to be rushed. Healing is just a process, and we're all doing it together. So just be proud. Be proud of where you're at and where you've come, how far you've come too. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and actually, you know what? I wasn't going to speak on this, but I think I am, because it goes along with our sacral chakra. Okay, so our sacral chakra, another reason why it's very important to be mindful of the people that you are around as well. The people that you are around and their energies, if you don't protect your own energy, they can affect your ideas that you are giving birth to and your creations that you're giving birth to. If you are trying to manifest things and they're not manifesting right now, take a look at the people that you are surrounding yourself with, because some people can try to kind of block you emotionally, and when they block you emotionally, those emotional blockages are preventing you from being able to give birth to creations through your sacral chakra as well. All right, so also be mindful of that. Okay, so now we are going to go ahead and we are actually going to dive right into a meditation. So now we are going to do a guided meditation, and I want you guys to focus on creating a room. All right, and in this room, it is going to be where you give birth and where you create all of your creations and ideas. All right, so this could be something that's modern, and it could be like a total Zen room, and it could even be outside. It doesn't even have to be a room. You don't even have to have walls, or it could be a glass, like all glass walls or something, whatever it is that you want to create. Where do you feel safe? when you are in your moment of creation and you're allowing yourself to truly just flourish and just, where do you feel safest at? Where is your sacred temple? Like, what if you could create anything and it would be your safe haven, and that's just where you go to create your video games, or where you go if you're a writer or if you're an artist, where it's complete silence, or maybe it's not silence, maybe you got like some really good like jams going on in the background. Like, where is it for you? What does it look like? All right, I want you to create that for you guys now. That's what we're going to do during this meditation. But there is one thing in this room, or maybe it's an open garden or an open space. Don't limit yourself, okay? Remember, your sky is not the limit, your mind is, all right? So there is one thing, though, that you have to have in this room, okay? And it has to be some sort of... There has to be some sort of... How do I describe this? There has to be something that links you to your third eye, like instant communication in some way. Maybe perhaps you have a phone to where you answer the phone, or when you go to the bank and when you're like in the drive-through at the bank and there's that tube system that goes to the teller or whatever that is, okay, perhaps maybe you have one of those. Perhaps maybe you have like a tube system from like your Sacral Chakra that's like to your third eye, the linkage there. I don't know. Maybe it's just a waterfall and boats come down with ideas on it that people get off the boats and ideas and they come to you and they tell you, but I don't know. Use your imagination, okay? Have an open mind. If you are if you're a carpenter or something like that and you're always building and doing construction, perhaps maybe you have like the best saw in there and you have, I don't know what you're building. I don't use your imagination, guys, okay? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to dive right into this meditation now, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and meet you over there.
We are going to begin sitting down in a comfortable position. You may place your hands in your lap or on your knees. Close your eyes, and we are going to begin with 2 deep breaths, inhaling through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. Now let's begin. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Now I want you to begin to bring your awareness to the foundation in the ground that your room is going to be made of. Perhaps your room is made of glass, so you have a glass floor that you can see through, or maybe it's made of concrete. Perhaps you don't have a room at all and it's an open space that's outside. Whatever it is for you, I want you to visualize and create the foundation of your floor of your room now. Now when you are ready, I want you to begin to add windows and walls to your room. If you have an open space, I want you to begin to just visualize any little detail you would like to place or add into your room of creation. Add any little detail that will make it easier for you when you begin to create and give birth to your creations. I want you to begin to visualize all of that now. Don't forget to add something that allows you to have automatic connection and communication with your third eye and intuition. Alrighty, if you would like more time, you may pause the video. But for now, we're going to go ahead and bring movement to our fingertips. Begin to wiggle your arms and open your eyes. And thank you so very much for taking this moment and joining me in this mini meditation. Now we are going to go ahead and continue into our spiritual workshop. So I will meet you guys over there, alright?
Alrighty guys, now we are about to flow right into our very first activity, and this is going to be a trigger warning because we are about to start diving into emotions. And I know that emotions are something that a lot of people don't like to deal with. That's why I say trigger warning, alright? So we have to feel it all in order to truly heal it, all right? And I mean like all of it, even those feelings that we don't want to feel. I'm asking you guys to open yourself up today and allow yourself to feel these uncomfortable emotions so that we can truly, finally release them for good. I know that it is painful and it sucks, and some of these emotions that we are going to be dealing with today, you have been running from or trying to avoid for a very long time. And I get it, okay? But just remember, the longer that you run or suppress these emotions or numb yourself from these emotions, it's actually not helping you or anyone else around you. All right? If anything, you're limiting yourself from your experience on what you can truly have, and you're causing your own suffering. Why do you want to keep suffering? Don't you want to finally heal and grow from that suffering? I'm trying to help you do that today. So if you allow me, I want you guys to remember that you are safe and that you're not alone because we're doing this together, okay? And at any point during this activity, if things become overwhelmed, just pause the video. Or more than anything, I want you to close your eyes and focus on your breath, okay? Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth, allowing the exhale to be longer than the inhale. And don't focus on what I'm saying anymore. If you start to become overwhelmed, panicked, anything like that, just breathe. Focus on the breathing, calming the breath, calming the mind, and allowing yourself to become still in that moment so that you can actually truly process what is truly happening right there, so you can finally feel it and just allow all of it to come so that it can finally just be done. All right? Now, this is going to happen over time, and it's going to happen slowly in layers. All right? So just be patient with yourself more than anything. All right? Patience is key here. All right, so in order to actually truly release our emotions, we first need to honor excuse me. Before we can truly release any of our emotions, first we need to honor their existence. And most of us don't even truly know what most of our emotions actually are. Like, we understand, yeah, that might be angry, or I might be angry right now, or I might be sad right now, but we don't really truly I don't feel like a lot of us truly actually understand it, what our emotions truly mean and what they feel. So hopefully this activity today, when we sit with our emotions, we are going to be labeling and identifying some of our emotions so that we can actually release these. All right. So emotions are like waves. Some are soft, some are fierce, and some are layered, and some will sweep you off your feet. But when we allow ourselves to finally open ourselves up and feel it all, then we allow ourselves to finally release what no longer serves us. And it allows us to also get in flow and alignment with the divine and the universe. So today we are going to take a moment to ask yourself, what are you resisting feeling right now? And today we're going to allow these wave of emotions to sweep over us. But as they sweep over us, they're also going to be moving out of us, all right? So, no matter how long these emotions take to move out of you today, I want you to remember the most important thing is being able to actually just releasing them today, all right? Doesn't matter how much time, like I said, it takes, because there is no time limit on our healing. Or some of us, perhaps we have a lot of these emotions that we've been suppressing over time in particular. So it's going to take more than one session to sit with yourself and sit with this emotion in order to truly release everything from that emotion in particular, or those feelings in particular, okay? So this is why it's important to be patient with yourself and give yourself time to heal, because you're not going to heal overnight like, oh, I'm ready, I'm healed. We wish that was the case, okay? But it's not. Because trust me, if there was more people who took the time to heal, then the world wouldn't be how it is now. But healing is a journey that it takes a very strong individual to heal. And it is because we're facing our fear. We're sitting with our fear and our pain and our suffering, and we're actually sitting in it and taking all of it and transmuting that energy. That takes a very strong individual to do so. And we are warriors for a reason, all right? So sometimes we can get lost and drown in our own emotions. We can even feel very heavy by them or overwhelmed at times. When you feel this way, it's important to move your body, all right? So this next part of our activity that we are going to be doing, I have 9 words that I am going to be displaying, okay, on the screen. And what we are going to do actually is I'm going to display a word on the screen, and then we are going to take a moment and I want you to meditate. We're going to close our eyes and I want you to actually feel all of whatever the emotion is that needs to be felt in that time. Any images, any suppressed memories, childhood wounds, situations, people, thoughts that make you feel that way, or I mean, whatever it is that's coming up, I want you to open yourself and allow it all to come over you, okay? And then what we are going to do is do a physical activity, and we are only going to be using our upper arms today. And then we are going to, after we sit with the emotion, identify the emotion, label it in some of the situations, maybe the people that are making you feel that way, whatever it is that's coming up, allow it, all right? That way you can process it and be like, okay, you know what? This person was making me feel that way. I didn't even realize I was feeling like this. Or, you know what? This situation was actually like that. I thought this was sadness, not anger. Like maybe you mislabeled something wrong, or, whatever it is, just allow it to all come up and allow yourself to just simply be, okay? And then, like I said, we're going to do some sort of physical movement in the upper arms so that we got some physical physically being able to like move this energy after we identified these emotions out of us. All right. If you want to take it a step further and do more than just the arm workouts, and perhaps maybe after every single one, do like 10 jumping jacks or something like that, I encourage it. All right. Whatever you feel comfortable with today, go ahead and do that for you. And if you are doing these activities and at any point that your heart becomes too overworked or something like that, I please stop and do not allow yourself to continue this. If anything, I would have you meditate and try to calm yourself down and calm your body down, and then you can either start this video again along with these activities, or perhaps maybe another day would be better for you. All right, please do only what is comfortable for your body. Today is important to listen to yourself and your body and what you are in need of today. All right. I'm not going to tell anybody to do anything that causes them hurt, pain, or any way, shape, or form, unless it is this, because I'm not causing you it. I'm trying to bring it up so we can heal it. There's a little bit of a difference if you don't. Well, not a little bit. There is a difference. So, all right. So, your body speaks to you through physical pain, through discomfort, through any type of suffering or anything like that. Your body sends messages for you to look more deeply into them. Now, when we begin to get discomfort in our body and have some sort of physical pain in our body, what this typically is, it is actually from some sort of emotional and mental blockage that is within us. When we don't deal with our emotions or any type of our mental chatter or anything like that, what is happening is, because remember I said in the beginning of this video that this world, the energy, the currency is bleh. I totally just said that wrong. Remember at the beginning of this video of our spiritual workshop, I said that this world is made of energy. The currency of this world is energy. And so because the currency of this world is energy, what happens is when we aren't dealing with our emotions and we aren't dealing with our like thoughts and stuff like that, what happens is it basically becomes energetically backed up inside of our body. All right. And then whenever these energy blockages of our emotions and of our mental thoughts become backed up in our body, what it does is when no flow can properly get through our energy body, it causes these physical manifestations to happen inside the physical body, which now is causing some sort of physical sickness inside of you. Perhaps maybe now you're getting sick. Perhaps maybe now that you have some sort of disease or something all of a sudden, and it is because there's some sort of energetic blockage in our body that isn't flowing correctly. When flow in our body isn't correct and there's built up emotions and trapped fears and stuff like that, people don't realize these really do take physical tolls on our health. And that's why I personally believe that no matter what is happening, no matter what disease you have, we can overcome it and we can heal it, especially when we disconnect or close our eyes from this physical world and reconnect with our third eye to the actual spiritual world and realize the energy currency and the energy flowing around us and through us. It really does help us understand so much about ourselves, and we really can heal a lot ourselves. And I don't think people really understand that we have all the knowledge we can to heal ourselves, okay? And some of these doctors out there who, if we have diseases that they don't even understand where they come from or why we had it or something like that, or these new diseases that are popping up or something like that, or maybe you have one that's uncurable or something, like, no, to me, in my opinion, everything can be cured because we can heal our own bodies, especially if we raise our vibration and take care of ourselves the way that we actually properly should be taking care of our health and our well-being. Then but we're a whole package deal. You physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, mentally have to take care of yourself, you know? And that's why it's very important to realize that we have so much inside of us that we have to do on our own. And yet some people are out here just carelessly going and having children. You can barely take care of yourself, and yet you're going to bring in another life that you have to take care of and rely on too. To me, it's just absolutely absurd. But people aren't as self-aware as some of us. I also personally, I've always wanted children, and I still somehow can't. My body doesn't. I can't properly have children. So when I see people who have kids and can barely function themselves, it breaks my heart. Because that's the one thing I've always wanted to have, and then I see people take advantage of it. So, but that's just me, and I don't want to get into my emotions now. I'm going to get into my emotional body. Here we go. Oh boy. Anyway, that's a different topic. I don't mean to trigger anybody. I'm sorry. I just really feel like we need to cherish our life so much more than we do. People take their life for granted. It just breaks my heart. Because our life truly is sacred. And when we're bringing other lives into the world too, that's something that you should, like, that's a huge commitment. Somebody should, like, really think about that. Consider what you're actually doing and what you're, you know, like, that's why it's important for us to heal. Because when we heal our children as well. And it's time for our generation to start taking responsibility for himself and to actually start healing themselves, okay? It starts with us so that we can heal our children. Wow, the whole light in this room just came on. So I really needed to vent and say that, so thank you for listening. And then it went away. Oh, that was my moment. That was my that was actually really cool. I liked it. Okay, so enough about me before I start crying. I'm not trying to today. And I'm not trying to rant or lecture anybody, so I hope nobody took it that way. Actually, will you guys just breathe with me? Because it really did just kind of like bring my emotions up. So I'm just going to take a moment to breathe. If you guys want to join me, please do so. Alright, so I can just like calm myself for a moment. So let's take a deep breath in. And exhale. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. All right. Thank you guys. All right, so now I have a few words that we are going to go over. And let's go ahead and get started, okay? So I want you guys to sit comfortably, crisscross applesauce, or maybe you guys can even lay down. You technically don't even need to be sitting down. Whatever's comfortable for you right now, let's go ahead and get in that posture and position now, okay? You can rest your hands on your knees, in your lap, or if you're laying down, just like place them on your belly or something, okay? Wait a minute, we're going to be doing activities with our... Actually, I want everybody to be sitting down. Sorry. Please don't lay down, because we're actually going to be moving the arms. So you want some sort of movement with you or around you in some way. Okay? So sit down in a comfortable position. You can either sit in a chair or you can sit down on your yoga mat, floor, blanket, whatever it is. All right? And we are going to actually begin with our hands at our side. And I want you to close your eyes. And I'm going to display the word on the screen, but I'm also going to speak it out loud to you guys, okay? So if you want to just like stay in the meditation, that I recommend that more than anything, okay? So we are actually going to start with the word, let's see. We are going to be starting with the word anger. All right. So I want you to, oh, it just started raining, like pouring down rain all of a sudden. As we start talking about our negative emotions, that's awesome. To me, that is a sign from the divine that he's definitely present with us and he's going to help all of us rush, like using the water outside and the rain outside. It's just going to help us like wash down all of these negative emotions and everything just isn't serving us anymore. So I definitely, to me, that's a sign. All right, but we are going to start with anger. So I want you to close your eyes and we're going to take a moment of silence. And I want you to allow whatever is coming into your awareness right now in the present moment. When you hear the word anger, any thoughts, emotions, situations, it could be things that happened in the past. It can be things that happened yesterday, today, whatever it is. I want you to think about everything that makes you angry. And I want you to identify the things that are making you angry. And I want you to also feel the anger as well so that you can actually label it and realize that this is what is actually making you angry. Okay? So I want you guys to take this moment and think about all this now. Okay? Alrighty. Now take a deep breath in and exhale. And I want you to push out all of that anger right now, okay? Every exhale. So breathe in and exhaling out all of that anger, right? Just all of that anger. Breathing in and pushing out, all right? Take a deep breath in and exhale. All right, now we are going to put our arms straight out, all right? They want them to be even. Roll back the shoulders. And now we are going to be doing, I don't even know what these are called, just like rolling the arms forward, okay? I'm ready to do 20 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And now go backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Now just shake the arms out and just shake it off, all right? All right. Now I want you guys to close your eyes again, and I want you guys to think of everything that is worrying you right now. When you hear the word worry, what is coming into your awareness now? Take a moment. want you to take a deep breath in and exhale, pushing out all your worry and all that no longer serves you. Breathing in and pushing out and exhaling. Breathing in and exhaling. Good job, guys. And now we are actually going to, I want you to put your arms together like this, right? And I want you to keep it at a, this is like a 90-degree angle, I guess. Make a full 90-degree angle with your arms here. And what we're going to do now is we're just going to pump it up. That sounds weird, but it's like an arm workout, so just like pump it up. All right? Just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right? And just what? Just move the arms around, all right? We're going to move on to another word, but while you guys are doing that, I have this massive selenite wand. Shout out to Mr. Anderson. He just got this for me, and while you guys are actually doing this, I'm going to be running the selenite wand down you guys so that it will help you also release some of that. And look how awesome this is. Like, dude, this is like bigger than my forearm. So I'm so happy about this. And this is a gift for the collective as well. So I'm very thankful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Anderson. All right. But let's go ahead and move on to our other word now. And I want you guys to think of everything that makes you lonely. All right. The word is loneliness. Have you been feeling lonely, disconnected? Just think of everything, or maybe people. Maybe there's a group of people that have been making you feel really lonely lately. Or maybe there's a friendship or relationship that makes you feel lonely. Or perhaps you're not in a friendship or a relationship and that's why you feel lonely. Just think of all of that now. Alrighty. And now I want you guys to take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale, pushing all of that loneliness out. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Good job, guys. And now what we are going to do is we are going to, I want you to put your arm, it's going to be like a 90-degree angle, okay? Both arms And what we're going to be doing is we're just going to go down, up, down, up, okay? Alrighty, so let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Alrighty. I do apologize for my stomach, guys. It is just like rumbling on, and I actually did eat before this video, so I'm assuming it's just digesting, but I don't know, I kind of feel kind of hungry again. So if I pause this and eat again, I will probably, but all right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next word. All right, so close your eyes and I want you to think of the word shame. What makes you feel shame? Has there someone that made you feel shame? Is there some situation or something that you have done perhaps that you feel great shame from? I want you to take this time and become aware of the feeling shame now. All right, now take a deep breath in and exhale, pushing out all of that shame so that you no longer feel this. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Now gently releasing, gently releasing. Alrighty, so now we're going to move out these feelings of shame, and what we're going to do is I want you to, what are we going to do? Let's go ahead and we are going to bring these together like this, and that's going to be 1, alright? Make sure that you keep your, at a 90-degree angle right here, alright? And make sure when you bring them together too, they like touch, okay? So it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Now, if I'm doing these workout wrong, I might be, I don't know, they're just stuff to move out our energy, okay? That's why I don't really know what I'm doing when it comes to the arm workouts. I'm just trying to get us to move our body, all right? To help us move some of this energy out. But let's go ahead. We have 4 more words to go. So let's go ahead and, oh, actually we have 5 more words to go, all right? So let's close our eyes and I want you to think of everything that makes you feel insecure. What are your insecurities? Do you even know your insecurities? Or is there situations or people that make you feel insecure? I want you to think of all of your insecurities now. Allow all those to come to the surface now so that we can release them. I am just gently going to help you cut through some of your insecurities with my rose quartz here. I am recording this during the day, and wow, it just keeps getting brighter and brighter outside. It was so dark earlier. And now the cats, can you hear them? They're running back and forth. They're like so active now. All right. Now let's take a deep breath in and exhale, pushing out all your insecurities, allowing them to flow down you and be released. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Good job. All right, so now let's go ahead and we are going to go back to our very first workout we did, where we were just like, put your hands in like fist and bring them out in a straight line, okay? And then bring the shoulders back, okay? So, and then you just want to roll them forward. I think these are called like little angel pumps or something like that. I don't even remember what these are called. So we're just gonna do these. My bracelets sound weird. All right, and now reverse and go backwards. Alrighty, and now just shake it off. Keep hitting this. Alrighty, so now let's go ahead and move on to our next word. So the next word that I have for you guys is confusion. So is there anything that has brought confusion in your life to where you've been really having a hard time like understanding the situation at all? Like the whole thing just completely confuses you. You don't even know what's going on. Perhaps maybe it's because you're dealing with a narcissist or someone who's very manipulative, you know, and they're just playing a bunch of like mind games on you. And perhaps you're just completely confused on what's going on. All right. So if there's any sort of confusion, or if you're lacking clarity in some way, shape, or form, I want you guys to think about everything that's making you confused so that we can just release this, because there's no point of us being confused anyway, right? Like if it brings you some sort of confusion anyway, then in all honesty, in my opinion, it's not truth, because truth doesn't bring you confusion. All right. So go ahead and think of everything, perhaps maybe right now, that you are confused about or that brings you some sort of confusion, right? And I'm just going to continue to bring some clarity to you if I can while you're thinking about it. Just focusing on your third eye to help you open and bring in any sort of clarity for you. I actually feel like there's not very many people in the collective right now who are actually feeling too confused right now, so we're gonna probably move past this one pretty quickly, all right? So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in and exhale, allowing all that no longer serves you to be released from you now. Take a deep breath in and exhale, Alrighty, and now we are going to do, let's go ahead and just do, let's do these ones. We're going to angle ourselves again. And what we're going to do on this one is we're going to bring these straight down, okay? And then we're going to bring them back up, all right? So make sure it stays at the 90-degree angle, okay? All right, so let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and we'll just shake it off. Okay, and now we have 3 more words left, all right, before we get into our last activity. Alrighty, so I want you to think of everything that might make you feel jealous. Or perhaps there is someone around you, and there's people around you that are very jealous, perhaps of what you have, or where you are going, or, you know, whatever the scenario may be. There may not be anybody around you, but typically, I know for me in particular, excuse me, for the last year in particular, I have had friends that I thought were friends were really just enemies, and they were just jealous of what I had. And they wound up being haters the whole time. Some of my closest, actually, one of my best friends, who I thought was a best friend, wound up being someone who was just jealous. And it's actually like, jealousy is a very nasty trait, okay? And there's no reason anybody, in my opinion, should ever be jealous of anybody, because we have our own gifts and our own abilities and our own potential inside of us that we can unlock. You know, like, we have our own level to ourselves that if we actually focused on ourselves, we could it's just, that's a whole totally different thing. Anyway, so let's just think of everything right now. If there's anyone around you that is jealous, or maybe you have some jealousy tendencies, okay? So just think of any of this right now, okay? When you hear the word jealous, what emotions are coming up, memories, thoughts? Concentrate on that now, right? I'm just gonna pluck some of that out. Alrighty, take a deep breath in and exhale. Good job, guys. Take another deep breath in and exhale. Good job. Alrighty, and now we are going to actually just put our arms together again, and we are just going to pump it up, alright? So let's begin. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, and just shake it off. Alright, 2 more words that we got, alright? So now I want you to think of the word anxiety. What are your anxieties? I know for sure that when I just thought of that, I'm actually going to sit with you guys during this meditation, because I do have a little bit of anxiety when I said that word. So I'm going to do this meditation part with you guys, all right? So let's just sit with ourselves. And when we think of anxiety, what are some of the images, thoughts coming into your awareness now, right? guys. Now I want you to just take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Alrighty, let's go ahead and let's do this. We're gonna put our arms straight out again, and then we're gonna bring them in front of you, and then we're gonna bring them up and then down. Okay, so that's gonna be 1. All right, so let's go ahead and begin. Up, down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. And just shake it off, guys. All right, so we have one more word, and I know that you guys can feel it in your arms, and I'm so proud of you guys for doing this with me. All right, so the last word that I want all of us to sit on and meditate with today is the word sadness. Now, if you need to cry today in any way, shape, or form, I encourage you to do so, and especially because we're sitting with sadness. So allow yourself to release it. And crying is one of the healthiest ways to release and cleanse yourself. I don't care what anyone tells you, okay? I know I have a lot of male viewers, okay? And I know that you guys are probably like, oh my god, I'm not gonna cry. Like, men don't cry. Like, what is she talking about? I'm like, calm down, okay? Because it is okay to cry, all right? It really is. Like, when you cry, you release so much. And so much of that built up energy. And when you cry, it's not even like the sadness that come out. Sometimes other emotions come out with the sadness. Like, it really is truly just like a release and a cleanse for your soul, just all together. Okay, there's nothing wrong with it. If you want to cry in the shower, if it makes you feel better, then do that. Okay, but just know that sadness is an emotion we all have and we all experience, and that at some point in your life you're probably gonna cry, and there's nothing wrong with that. And if anything, being emotional, like, I'm sorry, I don't understand why, like, how women tell men that they're too emotional sometimes, or like, I'm like, what? That doesn't make any sense to me, because like, men should be like, women are emotional, like when it's that time of month and stuff, we're emotional for no absolute reason, but like I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense to me, because like, men have emotions just like we do. So to tell someone to stop being themselves and to stop being their authentic self and true and like expressing how they're feeling right then and there, like, why would you tell someone to stop doing that? That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I'm not going to tell you to stop being yourself. Like, at least that's the way I look at it, you know? So if you need to cry, like, I'll cry with you, shit. Like, I don't care. Like, because to me, like, I'm not ashamed. I'm not, crying makes up who we are. I don't mind. It's just crying. You know what I mean? Like, we all have these experiences. We all go through all this stuff together, but we shame each other and tell each other that we can't be this or shouldn't be like that. And then we get programmed. We like program our own self by allowing other people to be like, you're right, we can't be like that. You're right, that's not good too. I can't cry. Oh my God. No, stop telling people what you can and cannot do. Okay? If you want to cry right now, cry. Okay? So, that was my little rant. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. So, if you want to cry, let's go ahead and take this moment now and close your eyes and think of everything that makes you sad and release it now. Maybe you just had a friend passed away, or maybe a dog, or a relationship ended, a friendship ended. Like, what brings you sadness? What is going on in your life right now that you are ready to release? And I'm going to I feel like a lot of people in the collective are, I'm thankful you guys are using this opportunity now because I can feel how heavy this is for all of you. And some of you might want to run away because my cats right now are like running up and down the hallway. So if you've stayed and you are facing your sadness right now, I'm proud of you. So let's take a deep breath in and exhale, allowing the sadness to wash down you, coming out the soles of your feet, back into Mother Gaia. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Alright, so this is going to be our last little activity, and we are going to go ahead and do our last little workout. Alrighty, guys? And let's go ahead and let's just bring the arms back up again. And for our last ones, we're just going to bring them together again. Alright? So, and we'll do 10 of these, okay? So let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And just shake it off, okay? Alrighty, guys, I am so very proud of all of you guys for going through those negative, lower vibrational emotions, for sitting with them, and for moving and releasing them out, alright? So now we are almost done with today. Now I have 9. Now I want you guys to go get your pen and get your piece of paper out, because now this is when we are going to begin to do some writing, okay? Now, this is going to be more happier moments. We're not going to be so sad or angry or in this lower vibration anymore, okay? Now we're gonna bring it back up, okay? We're gonna come and catch a vibe, and we're gonna end this session in a happy, inspirational way, all right? Because like I said, we have to go through the bad so we can cherish the good. So now I'm going to display on the screen a word, and I want you to write one sentence, or it doesn't even have to be a full sentence. This is your journal. Do whatever feels right for you, okay? If you want to, like, the first word is going to be peace. So I want you to write down either a sentence describing what brings you peace, or perhaps maybe write down someone who brings you peace or what brings you peace. When you think of the word peace, I want you to write down the first sentence that comes to mind to you, all right? So go ahead and do that now. I'm just do my own little dance over here. You know, I always got music playing in my head. And I'm debating actually if I want to continue to do. No, I'll do that separate. Yeah, we'll do that separate. So I'm just gonna chill and vibe and play with this while we do this. Alrighty. Now I want you guys to write down one sentence or word that brings you excitement. When you hear the word excitement, what comes to mind? When I hear the word excitement, I get excited. I'm not gonna lie. I always have this like burst of like this wave coming over me of like excitement. Like, ah! You know, like you get excited. I don't know. That's just me. But I'm like a big ball of energy. So, my friend friend bought me this recently for my birthday. This is so cool. It has one of those generators in there. And I believe this is this the Tree of Life or is this a Metatron? I can't remember if this is the Metatron. No, I think this is the Tree of Life symbol or whatever it is. Or like the geographic. What are these things called? I don't even remember right now. I am just like not thinking very straight today. It's because my emotions. No. No, but my best friend Melanie just got this for me actually. I really, really like it. It was my belated birthday gift. Me and her are birthday twins. And I just think it's absolutely beautiful. I believe this is aquamarine. Pretty sure. But it's gorgeous. Especially because I love shiny stuff. And, well, I'm one of those, like, fairies that I'm like, sparkles shiny? Yeah, that's me. You're friends with me for sure. All right, so we're going to move on to our next word because I'm just going to start rambling, which there's nothing wrong with that, don't get me wrong. But we're going to go ahead and move on to our next word, and our next word is happiness. So when you hear the word happiness, I want you to write down one thing that makes you happy. Alrighty, and now we're going to move to love. When you hear the word love, what do you think of? What does the word love mean to you? So when you hear the word gratitude, what does the word gratitude mean to you? I want you to name one thing that you are grateful for. I am grateful for David because he makes me a better person. And I'm grateful for all of you because without you, I wouldn't even have my channel. And we have 555 subscribers. So that's awesome. Alrighty. So when you hear the word amusement, what do you think of? I'm not even gonna lie, when I hear the word amusement, I immediately thought of like an amusement park. That's literally but my like I don't know, that's what I think of when I think of an amusement park, and I immediately like pictured like a Ferris wheel in my head, which is so funny because I am terrified of heights, and I've probably been on a Ferris wheel like actually have I been on a Ferris wheel? Probably not because I'm afraid of heights. But I pictured that in my head when I heard amusement, so that's funny to me. I don't know. Alrighty, so hope. When you think of the word hope, what do you think of? I always think of Christ, because Christ gives me hope. Well, I'm an earthangel, so. Alright, we have 2 more words out of this as well, okay? And then we're going to get into the ASMR part of the session. So, I want you to write down one thing that you are confident in yourself about. Because the next word is confidence. When you hear the word confidence, what do you think of? Most importantly, What is one thing that you're confident in yourself about? I've really been working on my confidence a lot lately. It's actually something very difficult for me, to be honest. I used to be a very confident person. I'm a Leo, but I got out of a very toxic relationship. And when you're in a toxic, abusive relationship, you don't realize how much it takes a toll on your confidence and self esteem until after you get out of the relationship. And you're like, man, all my confidence went with them. Like, dang. But that's where self love comes in at. As long as you apply self love with yourself, you slowly build back your self esteem and confidence again. So it takes time. But what is one thing that you're confident in yourself about? And then our final and last word for the day is inspiration. When you hear the word inspiration, what do you think of? Who inspires you? What inspires you? What does that word mean to you? And while you guys are writing that last one down, I am actually going to switch out these tables real quick, and then we are going to get started onto the gentle ASMR session of this. All right. Alrighty, my gentle souls. Now we are going to be moving into the ASMR part of this session today. So let's go ahead and light our candle. So my intention for today's candle today is going to be I want to help us clear any emotional or mental energetic blockages in our etheric field today that is causing tension or physical pain or some sort of maybe illness inside of our physical body. I want to bring that all to the surface today during our session so that we can kind of help you move through some of these blockages. Some of these blockages, especially if you are physically ill at this time due to maybe an energetic blockage that wasn't taken care of, it is going to take more than one session to move through this for you, all right? And I also want you to realize that since you haven't energetically done anything about the situation and it has moved into being something that is physically manifested now, this is something that is definitely going to take time, patience, and more than anything, it's going to take your understanding, and it's going to need you to be gentle with yourself, all right? Because first we need to illuminate the problem before we can even clear the blockages, and then we can begin to move more towards the healing process and figuring out the next step from there, right? Now, I am not a doctor, okay? So please, I want everybody to always use their discernment when watching my videos. If you are suffering from something that is physically happening to you, I would recommend actually following up with your doctor. I am a Reiki master, and even when I do my energy clearing sessions, for an example, Reiki masters are not supposed to be working with anyone who does insulin injections. We can actually cause death. And so I refuse to work with anyone like that. But there was one scenario over a year ago where I actually did work with one of my friends who was a diabetic, and she was on insulin injections, and she no longer is. But I was working with her doctor too, okay? And we were working together weekly. Like, she was having weekly doctor visits because Reiki does heal you. And if you don't keep up with your weekly visits when it comes to something severely like that, it can cause death. So it's very... there. So like I said, And I'm not physically working with you guys in the physical right now. I'm only energetically working with you guys. So if there is some sort of physical pain or manifestation inside your body, I'm going to recommend you working with your doctor, okay? Or you can always reach out to me, but I'm obviously not a doctor, so I'm not going to be able to fully heal everything's going on with you, okay? So be mindful of that, please. Please use your discernment and take what resonates and leave what does not, all right? So today we're just going to help you gently remove some of these energetic blockages, all right? Or at least illuminate them today. That is my intention. So let's go ahead and light this candle together. And for yours and mine and everybody in the collective that is tuning in right now, highest and greatest good for perfect alignment and comfort, we light this candle together to form an energetic portal between me and you. And we call upon Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron now to please put a protective bubble around this energetic portal that I have formed between me and those of us in the collective tuning in. If you would like to set your own intention today, you may do so now. And I'm going to attune us to the Reiki symbols. And I thank you, Archangel Metatron and Michael, for coming forth today. And any of the archangels who would also like to come forth today, because Archangel Raphael is definitely wanting to come through right now, which makes sense because we are talking about healing. And let's go ahead and bring in Archangel Chamuel as well. And 444 during this session. I love it. And we just asked the 4 archangels to come in. That's absolutely perfect. I love it. So this is going to be a pretty powerful session, and Archangel Metatron is going to help you release any type of mental chatter that you got going on. Archangel Raphael is going to help you heal your emotions. The same. Archangel Chamuel is also going to help you heal your emotions as well. And Archangel Michael not only is going to keep us protected, but he's also going to help us release everything as well. Okay? So all the archangels today that are present will help us if you call upon them. Remember, you must call upon them for assistance in order for them to help, because we have free will and they can't go against our free will. That's why we have to call them for assistance, right? Alrighty. This just smells like a Hallmark store or something. Like if I was going into a Hallmark store. I'm sorry guys, I'm obsessed with this candle. I gotta stop. Okay. I really am. Like, I don't know. It brings me happiness. Like one of the words that we were talking about today, happiness. This candle, for some reason, brings me happiness. It's the little things in life. Alright guys, so we are going to, so you see how beautiful this is? I have no idea what this is. This was a gift given to me by my ex, actually. I have no idea what it is though. So if anybody knows what this is, let me know in the comments below. But I wanted to use this today because it is like gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Like look at the way it like sparkles in the light. Oh, I love it. And it's like raw peace. But we're going to use this today, and I'm going to move it throughout your entire etheric field. And my intention for today, excuse me, my intention for today is to use this to scrub our foundation. Okay? And I mean our true foundation. I liked that it was white because it's time for us to get back to our innocence, to our purity, to our vulnerability, and to our authentic part of our soul. It's time for us to connect back with our emotions and back with ourselves and our truth. No longer being afraid of feeling these emotions, because we understand that these emotions help us make up who we are. All right. So let's begin I'm going to move this, like I said, through the whole etheric field, and we're just going to gently scrub your entire foundation of yourself, okay? To help you get back to your true essence of your soul, okay? So, I'm going to gently just move this around, okay? Just gently scrubbing your foundation within. I feel divinely guided. I feel divinely guided to do some light language as well. So for those of you who don't, who are new to my channel and haven't been following me along, light language is a different language. So just be mindful, okay, that I will be speaking a different language, and it may not be one that you're used to hearing, okay? So I'm just gonna gently keep scrubbing though, okay? Alakistor murkostar barkistor rekinar kuro prostor. Alakilara korumana inara koroinara stonuyen batinga shumono mrekinar rokomo. Kiamashin como muara kimu rekista nanono moroku. Haikimalakistan chunkamalalaum parakina lakarkust rakakusta ruku. Gently scrubbing. Gently scrubbing. Take a deep breath in and exhale. La rakina numero brucusto. Yamushkum brokin posta. Laki malalaun morokina numoroston. Chikina mushwakum balalam parkinto. Kamusta na kuno Maria kush. Kamalalo rukur rumba. Kista la lo monokor rumana koro push. Alrighty. Very good job, guys. You guys are doing really well today, and I'm so proud of you. If nobody's ever told you that, or if nobody's ever acknowledged your existence, and maybe you feel invisible, or just maybe you grew up in a home where no one told you that, they're proud of you either or anything, because I know I did. So I want you guys to know right now that I am proud of you. I don't care if you don't hear that from anybody else today, wherever. You are doing absolutely incredible. Your shadow work, your healing is off the chain. so now actually I'm going to, so now that we scrubbed some of our foundation, I want to, yeah, we're going to do that. We are going to use this. Shout out to my friend Shiny. He gave it to me. I don't know how he created this, some sort of mold. It glows in the dark, and I think that's so cool. I think that is cool. Sorry, I had a random thought about some like glow in the dark pink randomly. So anyway, that's a different thing. So focusing back onto here, we are going to, I'm going to use this, and we are going to actually, now that we've scrubbed a lot of your foundation, what I want to do now is I want to cut through some of your roots, okay? I know that sounds really painful, and that I'm sorry, because I just felt you guys. They were like, "What? She wants to say what?" So, okay, let me take a step back real quick and let me rephrase this. Okay, this is what I mean when I'm cutting through. Since we're at the very core of our foundation, right? Sometimes our roots, if we don't maintain them, they begin to overlap on other roots. You know what I mean? And then when roots are growing and they begin to overlap on other roots, perhaps, then they kind of start to suffocate us. And then eventually, once they get suffocated, they don't grow anymore because they're kind of like dead now, and they don't really, like, I'm not trying to cut through all of your roots. I'm just going through, and I want to cut through some of the roots that are preventing you from truly being able to connect with yourself. I want to cut through some of the roots that are needing to be trimmed down and kind of taken care of, and that way they're not suffocating you and you're not feeling overwhelmed. And that way the roots that are actually needing to connect can actually find their way and begin to grow, with the other roots and finally meet them, okay? So that they can actually connect, truly connect. All right, so we're not going to be cutting all of them. It's just going to be cutting some of them that I see right now in the surface of our foundation that are obvious for me to see. I'm going to cut through some of those. It's not going to be everything. Okay, sometimes roots overgrow other roots, and so because of that, we don't even realize that there was something underneath all of it, because it almost like catalyzed it and hardened it because it covered over it, the roots did. All right, so it's just about bringing some of those, it's almost like releasing some of the roots so that you can like breathe finally, like it's not, you're not meant to feel suffocated. You're meant to be released and feel free. And in order for our emotions to truly be flowing through us, we need to also make sure that our roots are taken care of too, okay? So I'm just gonna gently cut through some of your roots now, okay? So, and I am gonna use a little bit of light language as well. So let's take a deep breath in and exhale. Just allowing whatever is coming to the surface now. It might feel a little overwhelming for you, or maybe some childhood wounds that you try to suppress the memories, and you maybe covered over some terrible memories and try to make new memories over them. But sometimes you can't just go over that memory. You need to release the memory and clear the space so that new memories can come in. You don't want what's underneath it to still be there, because then that foundation still isn't going to be exactly the way you think it's going to be. That foundation is still technically built on something faulty. So don't cover up your memories with new memories. Sometimes delete the old memories and completely clear the space out so that the new memory will have an actual foundation worthy of holding that space and memory the new memory created. Does that make sense? But it's just about gently cutting through some of this. Right now, we're only cutting through enough to where we can handle and process it. It's not everything at once. Just exactly what we're in need of right now, that's all. Aisha kumurakum rukuno. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Rakum malakishto. Rakum brakin rakasho. Alright. So now actually I'm going to take some of those roots and I'm going to pull out like those dead roots and weeds now, clearing them away now. All right, so let's just clear some of this out. Okay. Arakima la kurrakostorum push. Just gently removing arakuma. Alakimara konomarakusturkumo. Alakimash kumono lakin la rokumarakatoston tekimarakumo roku. Anakista no mona rakanomorokista no monokina roku lakish. Gently scooping this out. Moving on up. I don't know why that song just came in my head. I did. I'm like, moving on up. Someone must be listening to that song. La rakuma, la rakisha, kumush. $21.21 on the phone. Ooh. All right, guys. So now that we have scrubbed your foundation, we cleared out some of your roots that have just been kind of maybe overwhelming or suffocating you, preventing you from really being able to connect with yourself. Let's go ahead and we are actually, you know what? I'm going to spray this with some water. Well, this is charged water. This has, what does this have? Looks like a clear quartz. I don't know what this blue one is. I used to know, I forgot all of a sudden, because I always pronounce it wrong. It's like a lapazuli. That might be wrong. Amethyst. I know that one's an amethyst because that's my favorite crystal. There's an amethyst, clear quartz, and a lapazuli, which I think I'm pronouncing wrong. So, and I charge this in the moonlight. So, we are going to actually spray this all around you so that we can wash down anything that needs to be released, okay? So, I'm going to cover your eyes, okay? And we're just going to gently make it come out. And I'm just going to move it all around you. Okay? I'll spray my hands. And I am going to move this. Oh, I got that everywhere. Go figure. I'm going to move this all throughout to your etheric field here, okay? Just allowing this to kind of wash down you like a rinse, okay? Just rinsing anything that just is on the surface that you are ready to release. Okay, just rinsing. Perfect. And now, what better way than to add some love into you, right? So, shout out to my friend Cody. This is a rose quartz, and we're going to use this. And I'm going to focus on your heart chakra. And I'm going to make an infinity symbol. Fix this because it's stabbing me, and that kind of hurt. It always does that too, because like my rings, how it like turns to the side sometimes, and then like will stab me, and I just hate it. But then again, they're my favorite rings, so I keep wearing them. I'm a complicated, simple person, okay? So let's fill you up with some love. Alright, so we have this rose quartz, and I'm just gonna make an affinity symbol, and I'm gonna focus right here because I'm gonna focus on your heart, okay? And we're gonna pump some love into you. That sounds wrong. Maybe, I don't know. I'll pump some love in you. I hope you guys enjoy my humor and my moments with me. They're always different and unique. I really love you guys. I'm so thankful that you guys like love my silliness and authenticity. Just spreading love all around. Now, whenever we take or whenever you clear or cleanse negative lower vibrational energy from your body, it is important to remember that you need to also fill yourself back up, okay? Don't leave yourself drained. Even if you cried, okay? Crying is a way of cleansing ourselves. So now that you have cried out all of those lower vibrational energies, you need to fill your energy back up, okay? And that's what self-love is for. Also drink water, because water is the best, fastest, easiest way to help replenish your energy, because we're filled up with like 93 or 73% water in our body. Something like that. Alrighty, now that I have filled you guys with some love, alright guys, so now what we are going to do is we're going to use 2 pieces of amethyst. So here is my best friend Melanie gave me this piece of amethyst. Just a raw piece. I really like it. Because of my colors today, or my lighting in here, we can't see the crystals as well as I would like to show them to you, but that's okay. Because this is also like a raw piece of amethyst. What I really like about this one is this one I could feel like, I don't know if you can really tell, but there's like a little slant here where I can put like my finger, and it's like the perfect thing to hold, and it's like a generator, so I love it. So what we are going to do is, this is something you guys can actually do at home too. But I want you guys to put both of your hands out like this, okay, in front of you. And I'm going to place one piece of the amethyst in your hand, and in your palm of your hand like this, and the other one is going to be like this, and we are just going to literally, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to feel the energy moving throughout. This is one of the best ways not only to protect your energy, but to also clear out any negative energy or lower vibrational energy that you actually might have throughout your entire etheric field. All right. Inside of our hands, we have chakras. All right. In order to activate your chakras, yes, you do have to be, in order to perform on other people, you have to be a Reiki master, but you can heal yourself and activate your own hand chakras within yourself by clapping your hands 2 times and rubbing your palms together. You should feel some heat and friction beginning to form in your hands. All right. These hand chakras are what allow you to actually be able to physically heal yourself. Your hand chakras are what allow you to do self-healing for yourself. That's why I believe everybody can heal themselves, because we literally are built as machines to do so. Some of us just don't have the knowledge or wisdom yet to do so. That's why they haven't. That's all I believe. Why we haven't actually done it together, healed together like that. But so place your hands out in front of you, please. And I'm gonna put this one in your palm, okay? This one's not heavy. Okay. And then this one is a little heavy though. So this one's gonna be a little bit weight or heavier. So just, all right, and I'm gonna put this one in your other palm. There you go. No, you gotta hold all the way on to it. Okay. I know it was heavier. I told you it was heavy. Okay. And I want you to just close your eyes, okay? Can you begin to feel the energy in your hands now? Yeah. And now I'm just going to channel with my hands. I'm going to channel my energy while the energy is actually being released. All the rest of the negative energy in your body is going to begin to release, okay? And I'm going to channel my energy with yours. So you might feel very amplified for a second, and feeling like you're really maybe getting hot and feeling like you're filling with a lot of love, light energy. And this is because I'm channeling energy into you, and I'm also raising your vibration as well. That's my intention for this moment now. Okay? So just stay focused on your breath. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Good job, guys. You're doing wonderful. Now, like I said, this is something that you can naturally do on your own at home. Amethyst in particular are great for removing any type of negative energy from you. That's why I like to use the amethyst in both of our hands, because what it is one of your hands gives energy and one of them receives energy. So when you put an amethyst on both palms of your hands, it's giving and taking the negative energy. So it's almost like creating this like circulation within you to help you really circulate any of that negative energy out of you, so the only higher vibrational energy is left inside of you. Okay, so I'm going to take both of them from your palms now. Okay, so I'm going to grab this one and put that one over there, and let me take that one. And awesome, cool. And now I am actually going to we're going to be finishing up today's session. Okay, now that we've kind of cleared our energy, rinsed us down, did a little bit of scrub, cut through some of our stuff, I even filled you guys up with some love, we're just going to do, I just wanted to use this. So we're going to use this selenite wand to pick up any last emotions, thoughts, images, stagnant energy, maybe any kind of negative patterns, thought patterns, or anything that's coming to the surface that, since we've been slowly layer by layer releasing stuff and healing stuff, let's just do one last final layer where this is going to help us pick up anything in our energetic field one last time, doing one last little sweep down us to help us today, okay? And then we'll open up our energy channels and end today's session, all right? Yeah, because I believe that was everything, so. For everybody, for all my brand new subscribers, I really do thank you guys, and I want to welcome you home to finding your tribe. The more of us that have been finding each other, the more of us that can help each other heal. But more importantly, I want to thank all of you right now for tuning in, because you are my biggest inspiration. And I really do owe you guys so much, and I'm so thankful for all of you. It's been a pretty rough week for me. That's why this video is actually coming out really kind of late. So I really do appreciate you guys taking the time to spend these moments with me, because these moments really do mean so much to me. Okay, oops, don't want to break it. Mr. Innocent would be mad. Alright, let's just gently move this down our aura, helping us release any last energy. Moving all the way down to our legs. Back up. Alright, and let's go ahead and open our energy channels now. Creating a whirlpool within us, helping us truly, naturally release anything we got going on inside of us by allowing this beautiful energetic whirlpool to form inside of you, and all of these natural, maybe unpleasant feelings or images. Just allow this whirlpool to kind of allow all those emotions to be sucked in and kind of just be moved out of you, right? Taking this all the way down to your feet. Because even though our root chakra starts at the base of our spine, it extends downward, covering all of our legs. So our entire root chakra technically covers all of our legs, not just the base of our spine. That's why it's important to make sure you remember to cleanse all of you energetically out. Alrighty guys, I think your energy is pretty good. Let's go ahead and let's fluff out the aura now, and then we're gonna end today's session, alrighty? So we're gonna start at the crown chakra, and I'm just gonna gently fluff out your aura for you. Taking back over the head to the shoulders now. We'll go down the arm first. Back up, down the other arm, other side. Back up. Go back to the torso, chest. You're gonna just take all that, covering all that, fluffing it out. And now we're at the hips. Alright, now gently we'll do one leg at a time. Back up the leg. Other leg. Okay, gently coming back up again. Okay, I'll just go ahead and moving it back up. Alright. Alrighty, thank you guys so very much for tuning in today for this spiritual workshop. I hope that you benefited in some way, shape, or form. And our next spiritual workshop that we are going to be doing is going to be over our solar plexus. I was about to say sacral chakra. That's what we just did. It's going to be all over our solar plexus. Alrighty. So remember, we are going back and forth between the Angelic ASMR sessions and the spiritual workshops. Okay, so we are going to be doing another ASMR Angelic session after this, and then we'll be going to our solar plex chakra. Alrighty. I love you guys so very much, and I hope that in some way, shape, or form, this spiritual workshop has helped benefit you in some way today. Just remember, you are loved, you are important, and be patient with yourself because together we are all healing, integrating, and evolving. And I just want to tell you, I love you so very much, all right? I'm wrapping you guys all in my love. Namaste.